The pandemic has been an enormous synchronized global economic shock on a scale which has not been seen since the Second World War.
By the end of 2020, the world's GDP may be about 7.5% lower than it would have been without the pandemic. Globally, more than 15% of young people who were in work before COVID-19 have lost their jobs. Widespread lockdowns have turbocharged changes that were already affecting the world economy in technology, finance, and trade. How governments adapt to these seismic changes will determine how rapidly countries' economies can recover.
So, what we know about COVID-19? So, first, we know that more than 152 million of people are infected nowadays. This is an enormous number. We also know that the COVID-19 was declared as a pandemic in 2020 by the WHO. We also know that COVID-19 came from the family of COVID SARS-2, that is like the cousins and the grandfathers of this COVID. We also know that this has affected the economy, social, and cultural aspects of our lives. And finally, we know it looks something like this. So my name is Juan Esteban Segura. I'm here to present how to avoid economic debt by pandemics. So first, in the economic aspect, we know that there is not a clear forecast, and each country will experience a different crisis. A steady flow of goods and services is essential for a healthy economy. But this flow is severed by life-saving stay-at-home policy. So recession is inevitable, and this is so scary. The question is, how would it look like, this recession? Information of the Boston Consulting Group say that it depends, or it's essential to know how it is affect the supply chain. The supply chain is all the basic needs you take for producing things in the economy. For example, in Colombia, we had seen that the GDP, that is the amount of production of the economy, has sharply down during this time. As is shown, there is a sharply and hard downdraft of the GDP on the Colombian economy. So, as we see in the video, governments have to make many things to save the economy of Colombia. In my point of view, I have found three solutions. First is partial quarantine. Second is RUB, that is Renta Básica Universal. Then to access to COVID vaccine, but in the investment of national university treatment. So the first solution is partial quarantine. This consists that in some places and in other places, there is not quarantine. Also, the quarantine depends on your age. If you are essential for the economy, or if you are not essential for economy. So this will give us some benefits like economic openness, flow of goods and service that is essential for an economic health. The risk of this policy is that the COVID patients go up and people get infected. The second solution is RBU, that it's coming from the word Renta Básica Universal, that it consists on giving money to the 10% of the poorest people of Colombia. This will help us to cover the basic needs, reduce poverty, and redistribute the economy. We can see that economy in Colombia is so bad distributed. The risk of this policy is the rise of taxes and fiscal efforts. But I really think the government in this moment can make or take this risk. The last and more important solution is to invest in treatments of COVID-19. There is evidence that if you invest on COVID, on vaccine treatment, you become a leader of investment. In this way, you can get a lot of money by selling the patents of this product and access or have a special access to the COVID-19 vaccines race. So this will give us investment, rapidly or faster access to vaccines, and also innovation. The bigger or the most common risk of innovation in this sector of ideas is lose the investment. But I think there are clear evidence that the national university treatment is good enough for this. So thanks for the time.